Okay, welcome back to another MTGO League, this time running 4-colour Yorion Traverse through again. This is probably my chosen deck list for my upcoming PPTQ that I have on Sunday. So yeah, going to run it through another league, just do some fine tuning I suppose. So this is very similar, it's got the same shell as the kind of classic 4-colour decks that are going around at the moment. You got your Ren and Sixes, Teferis, Iterations, Counterspells. But then the difference is we're running a lot fewer lands, 26 lands, running Mishra's Bauble and Traverse to help smooth out the lands. And then we're running a lot more Delirium focus, so we've got 4 copies of Unholy Heat, we do have the Traverses, and then that makes casting Emrakul, the Promised End, a lot easier. Apart from that, fairly similar to what's going on. We have got one of Nimble Obstructions, which I've been really impressed with. Long time since I've seen this card, but it was always a favourite of mine. So it's a 3/1 with Flash, but you can also cycle it for 3 mana, which means you know just discard it, draw a card. But when you cycle it, you get to counter activate your triggered ability. So this has come up quite a bit. You know, Cascade is a trigger, so it's uncounterable essentially as well. So you know, opponent plays a Shardless Agent, trying to cascade into Live Again. You can counter the Cascade trigger. You can counter opposing Emrakul triggers, opposing Omnath triggers. Fetch lands is big, so if you're on the play and the opponent cracks a fetch land in your the end of your 3rd turn, you can stifle the trigger. They don't get the land. So actually, yeah, there's actually quite a few things you want to be stifling. Sideboard fairly standard, running 3 copies of Veiled Summer, 2 extra copies of Boseiju in the sideboard as well. So yeah, let's get into it. Hope everyone's doing well today. Thanks to everyone that subscribed recently. Please do subscribe if you're watching and you're enjoying the content. Quite enjoying making content at the moment. Practicing for upcoming paper tournaments that I've got going on. So yeah, and always good to chat to people in the comments as well. So yeah, let's see how we get on with 4-colour Traverse. Okay, being on the play, always good. Just want 2 lands and a Ren and 6. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we're going to keep this. So we get to, in this deck, we get to do the old Bauble trick as well. So we get to go Mishra's Bauble, look what's on the top of our library. If we like it, we can draw it in my opponent's upkeep. If we don't, we can shuffle it away with a fetch land. Opponent mulls to 6, so we'll go Bauble. Do we want to do that now? I guess we'll play the Wooded Foothills and pass actually, so that my opponent, if they're on a Thoughtseize deck, don't want to give them the extra card. It's a bit awkward because you might have to fetch Shock next turn if there's something good on top, but okay, turns out there isn't, so we'll fetch here. So what lands are we going to get? We could get Spyro's Headquarters, that has Forest Plains Island, then we could just play the Steam Vents. I think we'll do that. Okay, so we shuffled away that basic mountain that was on top of our deck. Okay, another Traverse, we don't mind drawing. Don't really like the Breeding Pool. So let's go Steam Vents. Ren and 6. Misty Rainforest, not really sure what this is going to be. There could be looks like my opponent's considering Subtlety or a Force, maybe? Don't know if I'm reading too much into that, but yeah, so Misty Rainforest these days, you think Rhinos or Scape Shift or Control. Breeding Pool, okay, could be Living End. Yeah, Living End's not great here. We're going to need to get Delirium pretty quick. Unfortunately, I think we're going to struggle to get it this turn. Drawing lots of traverse, so we can put sorcery, land and artifact, but we haven't quite got enough, which is pretty frustrating. So this is the trouble with traverse over Eladamri's Call. You can't search for things without Delirium. So I think what we're going to do here is just go fetch. I think we're just going to go grab a Triome, and then we'll just cast Traverse to put a sorcery into the graveyard. It could be that we're not meant to. It could be that we're not meant to show my opponent that we're on the Traverse build, although they've already seen Mishra's Bauble, so that puts sorcery into the graveyard. This is probably going to be too slow. It depends how much cycling my opponent has here. If they just go something like Waker of Waves and then Violent Outburst, we might be okay. But if it's Riverwinder. Okay, Waker of Waves, so they can also have free cyclers, obviously. They could have Street Wraith, Grief. Okay, so opponent lets us untap here. Solitude's a really good draw. So I think we're just going to evoke that now, because that gets us Delirium as well. We could wait here. This was probably incorrect, actually. I guess. So my opponent will probably go for. I don't know, they might go for it here. Wouldn't be surprised, but we can hopefully beat. Okay, so maybe the opponent just doesn't have it. Go and get basic forest here. Oh, I should have got forest last time, so we could have hard cast an endurance. Okay, so this just resolves. We could get Nimble Obstructionist here, actually. I quite like that. Or we could just get Endurance. I think I'm going to get Nimble Obstructionist. Opponent may have subtlety or something. I guess Nimble Obstructionist is bad versus Grief, but it also puts a creature into play from yeah, it also puts a creature into play if my opponent goes Living End. I guess it's a bit annoying that we have to hold it up forever, but I'm probably looking at, well, I guess it's worse versus Grief. Like exactly Grief. Opponent got 7 cards in hand. Okay, that's pretty good. So the opponent can't go off this turn. So we'd like to draw a green card, really. Okay, Solitude. So let's go. We've got another basic forest, so go grab a forest. Or traverse again. Could just get Omnath, I suppose. I think we'll just get Endurance. Tick up. We could go Endurance now. Really would have liked a green card there to have both of these effects up. But next turn we can actually hard cast Endurance and hold up Nimble. Okay, so we're going to get to ultimate this Wren as well. Oh, and we draw a counter spell. Okay, so it's going to turbo ult here. Play an island and pass. Okay, so we've got the Wren ultimate. We can traverse as well, but I guess we should go for an Endurance at some point. We could go for it now. I quite like going for it now. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, opponent goes Subtlety. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, opponent's going for double. Is the okay? This is wrong. Opponent's going for double Cascade. Okay, yeah, I played this bad. Yeah, okay. So I think that is a way we lose an unlosable game here. If the opponent goes land, Cascade, Cascade. Oh, yeah, now they can go Cascade again. Oh, no. Yeah, I think that's... So if the opponent has exactly land, Cascade, Cascade in hand. Yeah, that was really, really bad play. Oh, they've got Grief as well. Oh, yeah, this was really bad. Really, really bad. Okay, so I guess if we let this resolve, we've got 2 answers to Living End. Yeah, this is really stupid. I should have just held up all of my effects. Don't know what I was thinking, really. But we can go counterspell. The opponent takes the counterspell, so that implies they've got 2 copies. They took the counterspell though, so we could just counter it from the graveyard. But I think we're just going to cycle here, because then if my opponent does cast Living End, okay, so counter their Cascade trigger. We draw the Endurance. So you just need to hope my opponent's hand is not land. Oh, it's not. Yeah, this is really strong now. So, okay, so my play was bad, but fortunately we may have got away with it. Okay, so we could go Traverse for Omnath. Yeah, let's Traverse. For Omnath. Play Omnath. Looks like the opponent's just yielding as well. Next turn we can Traverse for Emrakul. Cast Bauble. Cast Endurance. Oh, that's not... Oh, I've got the wrong lands again. See what my opponent's drawing, I suppose. Drawing Waker of Waves. Okay. Put some stuff back in my opponent's deck. Yeah, so really need to get better with these lands. Because there I should be going I should be able to hold up 2 blue lands. So we blunder our way through that game, but we do get there. Some pretty cool stuff. And then next turn we Traverse for Emrakul and hopefully win the game. So let's go to sideboarding. Right, so we want the Verdict in here. We've got quite a lot of sideboard against this. Chalice is... Actually, we've got loads. We might want Veil of Summers as well. Let's see if... So we can cut all of the heats. Cut all of the endings. So we've got quite a lot to take out, because we have quite a lot of sort of single point removal. So we've actually got another spot. Bring in a Veil of Summer. Witness might be a bit slow. The elementals are good to just pitch. Maybe we take out Witness, bring in another Veil of Summer. Emrakul is probably not great, actually. Yeah, I think something like that. So in that game, we might have seen the other sort of plus to Nimble Obstructionist, which is maybe making it better than what it is. So... You know, I don't know if I could be reading way too much into this, but there the opponent chose to take the counter spell over the Obstructionist. But, you know, it might be that if a player hasn't seen this kind of effect before, you might not realise that Cascade's a trigger. You might not realise that you don't have to cast the Nimble Obstructionist to get the effect. So it could be Subtleties, etc. Okay, so this hand's pretty powerful, but it is short a land. I think we're going to risk it though. You know, it's got, if we draw any land, we're in really, really good shape. We've got a turn 1 play. Okay, so that's not the best. So we'll cast this. We could wait till next turn to cast it, but if we find a fetch land off the top. So we're running Soul Guide Lantern here. Just worth pointing out, I suppose, that we're not running something like Relic of Progenitus, which is the usual go-to here. So Relic of Progenitus, obviously when you sacrifice it, it deals both our graveyards. Given that we're on Delirium, that's not really where we want to be. And Soul Guide Lantern also gets around Leyline of Sanctity. All right, show me a land. Oh no. Well, we're still not like As soon as we find a land, we're in fair shape. Okay, opponent drawing Shardless Agent. I've drawn a Flusterstorm as well, so drawing all our hate pieces. Just really need a land. Okay, another Soul Guide Lantern isn't too bad. Just need a land, really. Alright, give me a land off the top. Come on. Guess we'll cast another Soul Guide Lantern. Opponent might force this, I suppose. So we know the opponent's got Shardless Agent. So I'll activate the Soul Guide. Opponent might have some Street Wraiths to cycle. Force of Negation. Okay, so we do okay there. Opponent's only got 3 cards in hand. We've got an Endurance as well. We know the opponent's got Shardless Agent. Oh, come on, man. So we've got 8 cards, so we might as well just cast this Solitude. I guess Traverse doesn't help us either. It looks like they're flooded, whereas we're obviously severely mana screwed. And it continues, sadly. Just need any fetch land is obviously really good. I've got 4 cards in hand now. Fetch land? Ugh. Any green land even. This is just I mean, I kept a 1 land, I suppose, but I think we're just going to chuck one of these Abundant Growths. Get us an enchantment in the graveyard, just in case we ever draw green mana. And a Traverse. Land? Okay, this is getting a bit silly now. So we've had quite a lot of draws at this. Okay, just hard casting a Subtlety. That will just beat us down if we don't find any lands. I feel like we've had, we had 7, 8 draws at a land. We're probably just going to lose to like Subtlety and Subtlety now. Any land. Yeah, this is a bit silly. So I'm going to chuck. Yeah, this could be another Subtlety. Yeah. So we're just going to die to these Subtleties, unfortunately. Don't know, maybe it wasn't worth the risk with that. We're not going to discard anything that shows our opponent what we've got. Yeah, Living End doesn't always need the namesake spell to win. I guess we did keep a bad hand here. Opponent quite rightly just doing nothing. Well, we do hit a land. It's no good for red and 6. Start casting some abundant growths. Let's traverse. So we can traverse for a land. Well, we're traversing for something. I guess Fury? Probably, opponent probably counters this. Yeah. Is there anything that gets us out of this? Don't think so. Oh, that's a shame. One more land, and I think we were really in good shape there. But we had a lot of draws at it. Just didn't find. I mean, we are running fewer lands. Only 26 in this deck. Don't know. Maybe that was a risk, but I think if we find any land, we pretty much win. Yep, no changes. Ship it back. Okay, so we see lots of lands now. We're going to mulligan this. This is okay, I think. So we can go and get Breeding Pool, Traverse. Obviously, Teferi's really good. What are we bottoming? We can't go and get white mana with this and also hold up Veil. I guess we want to hold up Veil turn 1 for Grief. Maybe it's just this. Bauble's good for Traverse. Maybe, but we're going to be using the Traverse because we go. I guess we could see if we draw land naturally. So we go land, and then we could fetch a Triome. If our opponent goes Grief, it's not too bad. I guess we'll just ditch the Bauble, and then we will Traverse turn 1. We could cast Boseiju in Traverse, but then there's no chance of us holding up. Counterspell. I guess we don't actually need to hold up Counterspell until turn 3. Yeah, maybe this is wrong. Grab an island. But I guess now we can, you know, yeah, I'm getting into a bit of a muddle with these lands, really. If the opponent goes Grief now. Okay, so no Grief is nice. But we can go Counterspell turn 3, hold up Veil. So we'd like to see a white land, although we're probably not. I guess we might just Solitude in response to a Living End. Okay, opponent's shocking in. Okay, so we do find a white source. So, but I don't think we need it this turn. So I think, although this stops us playing Omnath, I think we'll just go with Windswept Heath past the turn. And then that can go and get, it can go get the Triome if we don't need to use it. And then I guess next turn we could go Teferi, hold up Veil, but Veil of Summer does not deal with yeah, Veil of Summer does not deal with subtlety is the problem. So I'm going to fetch a Triome end of turn here, try and get all our colours. We need red and white, so we're going to get Ralgrin Triome. Opponent hasn't got red mana here. Okay, another forest, which will play past the turn. Yeah, Teferi there is just asking for the opponent to go subtlety. Okay, but now we can potentially do it. Okay, so we'll just counter this one. And then we hope the opponent is on force as opposed to subtlety. Okay, red and 6. So we'll go to Fairy, hold up Veil, because otherwise our opponent can just go Shardless Agent again. So I think we have to go for it here. Please be force. Please no subtlety. Okay, there is a force. Looking like Teferi's going to resolve here. So I don't think we're really interested in bouncing the Shardless Agent. Maybe we are. Draw a card. Is there anything that the opponent can do that deals with this? I don't think so, but we don't. I think we're going to bounce it. I want to draw a card. Okay, Omnath's a good one to draw. So if we can untap, I think we're probably fine. Opponent cycles Street Wraith. A bit surprised they didn't do that in response to the Teferi. Okay. Oh, have I done a stupid here? I haven't got enough mana for Omnath. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just tick this up. Play Ren and 6. Just make sure we get the requisite land next turn. We could just play. No, we could have played Omnath here, but I think I'd rather just go like that. A hold up effect. We'll probably cycle dress down. Oh, opponent could have Otawara. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. Yeah, so that's a definite downside of bouncing the Shardless Agent there. Yeah. Okay, so are we going to go Solitude? Probably not. Here's Shardless Agent. So we could go Solitude, pitch to Fairy. Opponent's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, definitely. Maybe I wasn't meant to do that. I suppose we could go. Maybe we don't want to cycle dress down here, because then we could dress down and then we can get rid of one of the couple of the striped river winders. Yeah, that's probably correct actually. Although again, this is relying on my opponent not having. Oh, woof! They could have Mystical Dispute here. I think we've got to go for it. Let's go Omnath. White. Definitely not played this one very well. Because now we need our opponent to not have a lot of stuff. Okay, well, maybe they don't. Okay, so that's handy. So let's go land, gain some life. Fetch Prairie Stream. So we're going to cast the Teferi. Okay, so now I guess this gets, so we could dress down and then bounce the River Winder. I guess we should use the Abundant Growth first. Iteration. So we could go iteration. How many things can we potentially... We could tick up. We could... God, this isn't easy. We could get Yorion to hand. I think we start off bouncing something. There's not much difference in bouncing these, I guess. Let's bounce here. Okay, another Abundant Growth. So I guess there's no harm in doing the Abundant Growth. I guess we're kind of looking for Solitude. Kind of want Supreme Verdict as well. Okay, another copy of Teferi. Do we just use the iteration here? Or do we hold up dress down? I think I want to use the iteration. Because 5, 10, we can block here. So not taking lethal. Let's use the iteration. I just want to use my mana. See what we find for next time. In case we find another Omnath. So we'll take the Omnath to hand. Get rid of a land. Pass the turn. Then I think we may use Solitude here. Of course the opponent might have another living end. But a replacement Omnath is fine. See how the opponent attacks here. Yeah, didn't think about Otawara, so that's a good learning point there. I don't think I should have bounced the Shardless Agent. But I've got 5 cards in hand. They play another land. We've got Omnath can block and also gain us a load of life. Will the opponent attack Teferi? Wouldn't be surprised to see them send one Riverwinder into Teferi. Me, Teferi, Teferi. Okay. So we'll just, I guess, we'll just block here. Teferi's dying anyway, and I don't want to lose my Omnath to a violent outburst. Get to gain some life here. Okay, Bauble. So let's lead off with Teferi. So subtlety here is awkward actually. So I could dress down. Trouble is I can't draw a card. And if I dress down, I don't gain the life. Oh, I guess I can dress down and then bounce the dress down. Yeah, quite like that. Okay, so then we'll go return dress down to hand. It's not amazing here. So let's go. Oh, I suppose we can dress down and then Solitude. 12. So let's play some baubles out. We are running low on time. So we'll have 7 mana, which is enough to dress Solitude. Oh no, Solitude doesn't work with dress down. So I guess we just go grab a forest. Then cast this Solitude. Solitude, subtlety. See what my opponent's drawing. Striped Riverwinder, see what we're drawing. Another Omnath. Okay. Maybe I should be attacking there with Omnath. I guess the opponent could attack with everything, although I get to gain some life with Solitude. Okay, so we'll draw a couple of cards. 2 more Omnaths, so lots of Omnaths. What's the opponent going to do? Attack me, me. Attacking me with everything. So I think here we're just going to double block a Riverwinder. Take 8. I guess if the opponent's got... Oh no, we get to gain some life because we've got another Omnath in hand. I guess if they violent outburst... Oh, they can't violent outburst because... I guess they could Ottawa or something. So I think my opponent's trying to violent outburst here, forgetting that they can't because I have Teferi in play. So yeah, we get to kill us Riverwinder. Okay. Cast another one of these. Need to speed up really. Counterspell's nice. Go land. Tick up the Wren. Tick up to Fairy. And then I think we're just going to try and do the same play again. Happy now just holding up. It's got land. Go ahead and just gain some life here. Do you need to speed up? If the opponent attacks Teferi's winning us this game. Just nothing. Just counter that. Don't want them scrying loads. Okay, so ultimate Wren should be fine now. Iteration. So go hand, bottom, exile. So we should be fine now. I guess 6. Yeah, we'll cast Traverse. Just grab. Oh, we took Emrakul out. Stupid. Let's grab Endurance, I guess. So you're going to need to start beating down. I think we may lose this one on time, sadly. Yeah, we needed Emrakul there, really. So we got 6 mana. Just counterspell that. Oh, it's in the way. Yeah, needed to have played a bit faster, unfortunately. Next turn we can go bounce the Riverwinder, I suppose. Attack with everything. 3/6. Okay, another Solitude. I guess we just put Yorion to hand. We're going to cast it. Think so. I guess we attack with everything but the Omnath. I guess I should have been playing lands to hit my opponent. So this is gonna... I guess we can attack with everything actually, because then we can just play another Omnath. Opponent blocks Omnath, takes 9. We play another Omnath. White, green, Omnath. Pass the turn. So we should. We've got lethal on board. We can't actually. What's this? 5 mana, 6 mana. What is this? I guess we can bounce anything we want with Teferi. Got 30 seconds. We just need to, in theory, just need to attack once. We're behind the Teferi. Yeah, that's fine. It goes to 5. Just going to pass through the turn now. Oh, I should have. Oh, okay. So hopefully the opponent hasn't put the triggers on the stack yet. It's probably fine though. Should have enough time to attack in 30 seconds. Hopefully. Okay. And I think we should get there with that. Opponent will block Omnath. We have another one in hand anyway. And that should get there. Teferi, I think there's Teferi. Well, no, there was another Teferi before, but yeah, Teferi really winning that game for us. Okay, so we get there with 21 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, just had to get kind of aggro. I guess that's, yeah, we possibly should have gotten a bit aggro, a bit more aggro earlier on, but we do get there against Living End. Yeah, Teferi and Omnath really pulling it in for us. So yeah, see you for the next round.